Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Strive Show. I am Dr. Jake Grinaker. With me as always, Dr. Brian Dozark. And today we're going to be talking about extremity pain. Why and where is it coming from? Welcome to the Strive Show. I'm Dr. Jake Grinaker, and together with the amazing doctors at Strive Chiropractic, our phenomenal team, and some extraordinary guests along the way, we will be in the pursuit of truth in all things health, life, and family. We believe you not only can handle the truth, you deserve it. Enjoy the show. All right, welcome back everybody. It's been a few week hiatus over the holidays, but we are back with another episode of the Strive Show. And something that's been coming up a lot in this last few days, and even though something we're like, oh yeah, obviously, or that's what happens, we realize it's not maybe that obvious. So we wanted to talk about it a little bit, and that is, man, I'm having these pains in my extremities, like my hand or tingling or my feet. Why is that, and how is it all related?
Yeah, we've had a lot of patients come through that even just this week have come in, numbness and tingling in their hands, numbness and tingling in their feet and legs, and sometimes people don't always know where it's coming from, and so it's always good to remind people and help them understand why. Is it a neck thing? Is it a low back thing? Where's it coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So even a hand, for example, like Brian was saying, if you're having numbness or tingling into your hand, that nerve is being impinged somewhere, right? If it's in your fingers, you can feel it. It certainly can be a wrist, certainly can be an elbow, certainly can be a shoulder, but a lot of times where it's coming from is in that brachial plexus, base of the neck area, upper back, where it's being impinged and it's going all the way down to the fingers.
Yep. We even have patients that'll come in and talk about, well, I've been diagnosed with carpal tunnel. Well, more often than not, it's generally a neck issue, right? It's not always the carpal tunnel thing. I've seen that misdiagnosed numerous times over the last 20 years. And, more often than not, it's coming from that lower third of your neck. Yep.
You got it. Especially when people say oh, I have carpal tunnel in both hands or something. Well, I'm like, well, that's very unlikely. It'd be very similar to you tearing both your ACLs at the same time.
Correct.
Highly unlikely. If you're having symptoms that are in both feet, both hands, both arms, the likelihood that's coming from that area in the base of your neck, upper back is very high.
Very high, yes. And we see disc issues. Sometimes you can have some disc issues that will also cause that impingement on those nerves, whether that's in the lower part of your neck or in your lower back. It's pretty common to see some disc issues that'll cause that too.
Another patient we were just talking about is interesting that usually when we see some of these extremity stuff too is we go back and there's some big injury. This person that we were talking about broke a collarbone a year ago, and now a year later the collarbone is healed, but is having these weird sensation in their fingers and not really knowing where it's coming from. Well, the accident that broke the collarbone also screwed up the bottom part of the neck, those first ribs, and now they're experiencing, thank goodness the collarbone healed. I'm glad they got it plated, know that collarbone is healed, but now we have to deal with all the other stuff.
The residual stuff that's still kind of lingering and hanging around. If there's even some tightness in the scaling muscles that run through the front side of your neck, those can cause some of that impingement too and through there, and how those are also tied into the how the neck moves and how the neck functions. It can be a combination of those things too that'll cause that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we see a lot of those different things, and it's something that if you're experiencing that stuff, we don't really know until we take a look. The good thing is we have the ability to look.
Absolutely.
Whether it be x-rays or scans or the stuff we have, we can identify whether that issue is coming from a wrist or an elbow or a shoulder or an ankle, a knee, a hip. We can really identify where that's coming from.
For sure. And it's really similar in the lumbar spine and your lower back too. It can, you can have that dysfunction down there that'll create that impingement on those nerves, whether it's from being misaligned, whether it's from a disc issue, all those things can cause that same stuff going down into your legs and into your feet.
Yeah. The big thing with Brian and I when we're looking at stuff, or whether it's Dr. Kristen Trey Lakes too, is we're not guessing. We're not guessing what's going on. We're going to find out. We're going to make sure that we take the time, figure out what's going on, give you some things to do at home if that's the case, and then work on that alignment issue here.
Yep. Even we just had a new patient that called in this morning too that was talking about numbness and tingling in her hands, and kind of relaying to her the best thing you can do, and until we do it is to come in and get checked. We can't tell you, can't diagnose you over the phone. Until we get you in, take some x-rays, do the scans, get you checked out. Then we can tell you, what's going on.
And our promise to you and to every one of our patients that are in here is that we will find the right spot for you, whether that's here or not. Correct. So if you're in here and there's something else going on, or you're better served somewhere else, we will get you there. But we do have the ability, all the diagnostic equipment, all the stuff we need to get you in that right spot. Correct. Whether it's, like you said, an alignment issue, whether it's a disc issue, whether it's something else, a ligament tear or whatever it may be, we can get you into the right spot, but this is a really good place to start.
Absolutely. Yep. I agree.
Yeah. Easy to get in. It's going to be a lot less weight than a lot of other places, and it's going to cost you a heck of a lot less money for us to find out.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I mean, the patients that we do treat and do see that have those issues, I mean, we have good results. When we figure out that, yes, this is the place that they need to be, or that you need to be, we have good results with those too. I mean, when we, that's what we do. Yeah. And we're able to do that really well and to treat our patients really well. Yeah. So
if you guys are having that, or if you know someone's having that, share this episode with them and give us a call, shoot us a text, email, whatever you need to do. And we would love to figure out if we can help you, or at least get you pointed in the right direction. That dealing with this numbness and tingling or whatever you're having is not something you have to deal with. And if it's something we can assist you with, we'd love to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll see you next time, guys, on The Strive Show. Take care. Thanks for tuning into The Strive Show. Whether you are watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast on your favorite platform, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's episode, please share it with a loved one. We would be honored. Thanks, and have a fantastic week.